Everyone, welcome to my December daily mini series. Today I'm going to be working on day 7 and 8, and I'm going to jump right in. Enjoy.
Okay, so you just got done watching me adhere my photos to the paper. And as I was doing that, I had little stickers that I had in my Simple Stories. It's their sticker sheet from the Mistletoe Kisses. It had the Prancer and Dasher and Dancer and Vixen names, and I was using them for each photo because I have a total of 8 photos. And then I realized, as I was going through my stash, I needed to find something that would fit perfectly in the center for that, so I wouldn't leave it empty. And at first I thought about these snowflakes, and then I found that I had these reindeer. Now, I got these from the Target dollar bin, both pieces, and so sure enough, I have 8. Which is perfect that they could each have their own name. And so that's what I'm going to do. I had to grab another one of these sheets, cut it down to size, and then I was, so I could go ahead and start kind of all over, which I don't mind doing, especially when a new idea, something better that was coming along is better than what I was going to do originally. So while I was doing that, I needed to figure out how I was going to adhere these reindeer. Unfortunately, these were not 2x2, so I thought maybe I could use this packaging. And this is why I'm coming to you live, just so that way I have enough time to talk to you about it and explain my thoughts. Because sometimes when you're in that 10-minute crunch time, I feel like I'm trying to rush to get everything out that I want to say. So thanks for being understanding. So I'm going to go ahead, I was going to go ahead and cut 2x2s, and then when I cut this sheet, this row, I was like, wait a minute, I'm just going to trash this, and this is perfectly 2x2 squares. I did have to trim it just a little bit, ever so slightly, to actually slide it through, but I'm going to adhere these back to back, and that is what you're going to watch me now. So let's go ahead and get you on fast forward.
Okay, so now that I'm on fast forward. I hope you enjoyed that live little segment, so that way I can give you a better description on what I did. So I'm taking those 2x2 squares that I mentioned just a few seconds ago, and I'm adhering it. And I put the first reindeer down, and right away I realized I put it too low. So I tried to move the name up top, and I'm like, I just don't like that, and I'm going to move it to the bottom, and it's really close. I did try to remove the reindeer at one point, but even though the sticker is on plastic, if I try to rip it or to peel it off, it was stuck on there. Like, they were not going anywhere. And so obviously I didn't want to ruin it. And so I just was like, I'll live it with this one. And then going further, I'm just going to go ahead and make sure oh my gosh, the reindeer antlers are at the top. Oh my goodness. Sometimes, I don't know about you, but voiceovers still drive me crazy. Like, I feel like I'm in a hurry to talk, and next thing you know, everything that comes out of my mouth is just like blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I get that one in, and then I'm moving on to the other ones. Now, I am going to have the reindeers in order as the story of 'Twas the Night Before Christmas, and I did kind of mess that up, but I think I fix it off camera. And I'm not going to have you watch me go through all of them. I'm just going to have you watch me, I think, do 3 or 4 of them, and then I'm going to move on to the rest of my scrapbooking pages. So here I am putting on that last one, I think, and then I'm going to go ahead and put that name on it. And some of them didn't line up because some names were longer than others. Again, it didn't bother me. I didn't care. Kind of just frames it no matter what. There I'm showing you the final piece of everything done. And they didn't match, obviously, because I'm doing it back to back. So there was a little bit of a shadow, but I actually liked it. So I'm giving it a double thumbs up because I was pretty excited. Okay, so next I am working on day 7, and this is the day that we actually had some time to work on the Christmas tree. We bought the Christmas tree the night before, the day that we went to see How the Grinch Stole Christmas, and our kids were not with us this time. This is the first time ever, but at the rate we were going, because my daughter's soccer schedule, we were never going to get this tree. So my husband and I, while the kids were at school, went and picked it up, and then just put the lights on that day, which was on the 6th. and surprised him with it. And it's so funny because we thought, we're like, oh, they'll never even know. My husband took his car to go pick him up, and the kids were like, we already knew that you got the Christmas tree. There were pine needles everywhere. So apparently we're not too stealth like we think we are. Okay, so I cut a lot of this part out. I'm using the Mind's Eye clear stickers. So if you don't have Photoshop, or if you don't have a smartphone that you could use certain apps to put your own text on there, this is a great way to, get that look. And I love them. And I have a smartphone. I don't have Photoshop, but you know what? I still bought them, and I am so glad that I did because I love them. So while I'm fidgeting around with that 7, I put at the bottom, and then I started putting the Peace on Earth on top. And I just didn't like how everything was, I needed it in a certain spot, the words. And there was one part of the tree where it's the back of the tree, and that's where I took the photo, that we didn't have a whole lot of ornaments going on, and that's why I moved the stickers around. And I just loved that photo. It's the one where my husband's about ready to put the St. Nicholas on top of the tree, and my son is actually looking up. Okay, so now I have these We Are Memory tabs, and I saw Tori, oh gosh, Tori, if I mess up your last name, I'm sorry, Bissell, and she used it to adhere to the side of the photo. That way she could hole punch, oh my gosh, my time's already up. Okay, well, hole punch the sides. They're not as easy as it looks, and so I had a lot of struggle with that. Now I'm moving on to day 8 because this is going so fast. And this is a night where my daughter and I went with her Girl Scout troop to see the Nutcracker for the first time. And that paper that you see with the polka dots, that is from Hip Kit's 2015 Christmas kit. And that paper was designed by Kit Watson, and it is gorgeous. Oh my gosh, I wish I had more than just that one sheet. So I want to keep everything very classic looking. I just added a little bit of pink, and then I have that Pink Fresh Studio. That is from, I think, their last year line. And it says, oh my gosh, something about, oh, I wish I had it with me. It's something about city sidewalks dressed in style or something, and I felt like because we're all dressed up, it would be, that would be the perfect sticker. Then I'm going to go through my stash, and I just felt like I needed something that I didn't have in my December box, like of all my goodies to use for my album. So I pulled out the Maggie Holmes confetti chipboard piece, and it had this one piece with music notes and a little bit of gold, and the gold does not match at all. It's matte, where the other gold that is on that page is very metallic and shiny and more of a yellow gold. At first it kind of bothered me, but then I had to just let it go and just be like, you know what, it's not always going to be super perfect, and that's okay. Next I grab a chipboard from My Girl, I think, crepe paper. It's the one where it's half pink and half gold, and I'm going to use that for my number, and I'm going to back it up with some aqua paper. And then I found, because I was missing, something was just missing up on that top corner, I needed to add a little something, and I was really struggling with this part, so I found one that said memories, and it's just, or happiness I think it is, and it's just pointing, and I thought it was really cute because, or fitting, because the girl that is the little soldier that was passing out the programs just had this real big smile, and then of course my daughter's like really super shy, you know, to take the picture, and she gets all embarrassed, and yeah, so it was just a really cute photo. And on the bottom, that other tab label sticker says The Magic of Christmas. And then because I backed it up against that aqua, there was no other aqua on the page. And so I knew I needed to add something, and I kept looking through my stash to find other things. And then I decided to go with the Doodlebug enamel dots. And those ones are the glitter ones, and those ones that you're looking at are the swimming pool and the cupcake ones. And those are honestly my favorite. Those things are so pretty. I can't get enough of them. Okay. So then I realized, well, if I add them up on the other ones, I'm going to need to add some on the bottom photo as well. And so you're going to see me do that. And then I'm going to show you each card. And that's pretty much it, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you are enjoying this little mini series. I'm not done. But anyways, these are just some tags that I'm going to put because I'm going to use for my journaling. And I will say that be careful running it through your printer. I'm going to go with that one on the right. And when I run it through my printer, it actually printed on the glitter. It kind of caught. So I had to cut it and then turn it over with the beige part and just adhere it to the polka dot ones that you see up there. So that way I didn't waste any of it. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me. You all have a wonderful day, and I hope you're enjoying this series. Bye.